Hello children. In previous class we had started about trends in the modern periodic table. Under this heading we had studied what is valency, how to calculate the valency, and how it varies along the group and across the period. In this video we will learn atomic size, what is atomic size and how it varies along the group and across the period. Atomic size. Okay, atomic size refers to the radius of an atom. Atomic size refers to the radius of an atom. Radius of an atom. Then what is radius of an atom? It is the distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost shell of an isolated atom. Radius of an atom is the distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost shell of an isolated atom. Children, see here, this is the sodium. Atomic number of sodium is 11 and electron distribution of these 11 electrons are distributed like this in K shell to L8M1. Okay, so this is the distribution of electrons. Here I have represented diagrammatically. Okay, so this is the K shell. In K shell how many electrons are there? 2 electrons are there. You can count here 1, 2. This second one is L shell. In L shell 8 electrons are there. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and last one it is M shell. In M shell 1 electron is there. Okay, and M shell is the outermost shell. So here, see here, this is the M shell is the outermost shell, and the distance between this M shell, okay, this distance between M shell and the center of the nucleus, okay, this distance is known as radius of an atom. Is known as radius of an atom. So atomic size or radius of an atom. Okay, atomic size refers to the radius of an atom. Radius of an atom is nothing but it is the distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost shell of an isolated atom. Now we will see how this atomic radii varies within a group. Variation of atomic radii within a group. So down the group, atomic radii increases. Okay, down the group or top to bottom, as we move from top to bottom, atomic radii increases. We'll see why it increases. This atomic radii down the group, it increases because as we move down the group, the last electron is added to different shell. For example, if we take this one, here we have taken an example. See here, in this, okay, we have taken alkali metals, that is group 1 elements. So in first column I have listed the element, in second column atomic radius in picometer. Atomic radius is measured in picometer, in terms of picometer. So see here, this is lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium. In lithium, the last electron is added in L shell. Okay, and in case of sodium, it is last electron is placed in M shell. In case of potassium, last electron is placed in N shell. Okay, in case of rubidium, it is placed in O shell. So here as the number of, okay, as we move from top to bottom in group, as we move from top to bottom, number of shells increases. As the number of these cells increases, the distance between the outermost shell, the distance between the outermost shell and center of the nucleus increases. Okay, question may arise like this: why atomic radii down the group decreases? Okay, why atomic radii decreases down the group? Because down the group, as we move down the group or top to bottom, okay, the number of shells increases. Number of shells increases. As a result, the distance between the outermost shell and the center of the nucleus increases. Obviously, we know that this distance between center of the nucleus and the outermost shell is nothing but it is the atomic radius. Obviously, atomic radius increases. Here you can see here I have listed the atomic radius value. Okay, this is 133 picometer, this is 157, this is 201, 216, from top to bottom, from lithium to rubidium. Okay, this is the group 1 elements. As we move from top to bottom, atomic radii increases. Atomic radii increases. We'll see one more example. We have taken halogens. Okay, halogen group, that is group 17 elements. In this group, fluorine, we will see these elements: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Okay, and atomic radius of this fluorine is 64 picometer, this chlorine is 99, bromine is 114, iodine is 133. So we can see the value here. You can observe the values here. As we move from fluorine to iodine, the atomic radius value, it goes on increases. The reason for this increase is, as we move from fluorine to iodine, the number of shells increases. Number of shells increases. As a result, the distance between the outermost shell and that of the center of the nucleus increases. As a result, obviously, this atomic radius of this group 17 elements increases as we move down the group. Now we will see variation of atomic size in a group, across a group, that is in a horizontal row, how atomic size varies. Okay, variation of atomic size in a group across the period, or as we move from left to right in the periodic table, the atomic radii decreases. Atomic radii decreases with increase in atomic number. Atomic radii decreases with increase in atomic number. Here they have mentioned with increase in atomic number. Children, as we move from left to right, we see that every atomic number increases by 1. Okay, so continuously atomic number is increasing. As we move across the period, atomic radii decreases. But in case of group, as we move down the group, atomic radii increases. Children, here it is dead opposite. If in case of group, atomic radii increases, means obviously in case of as we move across the period, atomic radii decreases. Okay, here the reason is why it decreases. Okay, we should know the reason for the decrease in the atomic size of these elements across the period. Okay, this is due to due to increase in nuclear charge from left to right. Here one more term, nuclear charge. Nuclear charge means here at the center nucleus is present. Again I will take sodium atom, okay. This is K shell. In K shell 2 electrons are placed, and this is M shell, 8 electrons are placed. And K, after K, L will come. In M shell, last one electron is placed. Okay. So here nucleus is at the center and it attracts all the electrons which are present in the different shells. Okay. This is, since it is positively charged, nuclear charge, okay, it is positively charged, it tries to attract all these electrons which are present in the different shells. Okay, as we move across the group, across the period, that is left to right, as we move left to right, nuclear charge increases. That is, the attraction between this nucleus and the electrons, this attraction between the nucleus and the electrons increases as we move from left to right. As a result, these electrons which are present in the different shells are slightly pulled inward. As when they are pulled inward, the distance between the nucleus and these electrons decreases. As a result, atomic size across a period decreases. I repeat it once again. I repeat it. See here, the attraction between the nucleus and the outermost electrons, or the electrons which are present in different shells, increases as we move from left to right or across the period. When these electrons are attracted by the nucleus, they are slightly pulled inward. When they are pulled inward, there is a decrease in the distance between nucleus and these electrons. As a result, atomic radii decreases as we move across the period. And one more reason is that last electron is being added to the same shell. Okay, if you take in this case, as we move from left to right, the last electron, here there is no increase in the number of cells. Okay, number of cells, they remain constant. There is no increase in the number of shells as we move from left to right. We can say like this also. Variation of this across the period, atomic radii decreases with increase in the atomic number. This is due to the two reasons. One is nuclear charge. As we move from left to right, nuclear charge increases. As the nuclear charge increases, the electrons which are present in the valence cell are slightly pulled inward. As a result, the atomic radii decreases. And another reason is the last electron is being added to the same cell in all the elements which belongs to the same period. But in case of group, what happens? In case of group, okay, as we move down the group, atomic radii increases. Okay, it is due to decrease in the nuclear charge. Okay, down the group, what happens? Last electron is being added to the different shell. Last electron is being added to the different shell. That's why in that case, the nuclear charge decreases and the last electron is being added to the different shells. As a result, in case of groups, as we move down the group, atomic radii increases. Here example, here you can see here children, this is the second group. Sorry, not second group, second period element. These are the second period elements. This second period starts from lithium and it ends with this neon. Okay, you can see here atomic number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and atomic radii in picometer. So that of lithium is 133 picometer, beryllium 111, boron 88, this carbon 77, nitrogen 75, oxygen 74, fluorine 72. Okay, this neon is exception because it is completely filled. This neon, all the valence cell is completely filled and it is a noble gas element. Okay, from here to here we observe decrease in atomic radius. We observe decrease in atomic radius of the element. This decrease in atomic radius as we move from lithium to fluorine is due to two factors. One is here as we move from lithium to fluorine, nuclear charge increases from lithium to fluorine, and one more reason is as we move from lithium to fluorine, the last electron is being added to the same shell. Okay, last electron here last electron is added to the L shell. In all the cases last electron is added to the L shell only. So there is no increase in the size. This is about the atomic radius. Children, now we will see metallic and non-metallic property. This first we will see the metallic property. This metallic property you can also say that electropositive nature. These all metals, they are electropositive in nature because this electropositive nature or electropositivity, they are electropositive in we can say that metals are electropositive in nature or they are having electropositivity. Then what is electropositivity or electropositive nature? Let us see. The tendency of an atom to lose its outermost electron is known as electropositivity. Tendency of an atom to lose its outermost electron is known as electropositivity. For example, we'll take the sodium atom. Okay, atomic number of the sodium is 11 and its electron distribution in different shells is like this: K, L, M, 2, 8, 1. Okay, so in M is the valence cell and in M shell one electron is there and this one electron can be easily lost by this sodium atom. So this sodium atom loses this one electron. This sodium atom loses this one electron, and on losing one electron it will have one positive charge on it. So now the electronic distribution is like this, electron distribution 2, 8, because one electron is lost. It is given out by this sodium atom. Therefore, this one electron is lost by the sodium atom. On losing one electron, it will have one positive charge. Okay. If you take magnesium, its atomic number is 12. Electron distribution is like this, 2, 8, 2. This magnesium can lose these two electrons which is present in the M shell. M shell is the outermost shell. So it can lose two electrons which are present in this M shell. M shell is the valence shell or outermost shell. So on losing these two electrons, magnesium will have two positive charge. Children, remember, whenever a neutral atom loses an electron, whenever a neutral atom loses a single electron, it will have one positive charge. You can see in case of sodium. If it loses two electrons, it will have two positive charge. If it loses 3 electrons, it will have 3 positive charges. If it loses 4 electrons, it will have 4 positive charges. If it loses 5 electrons, it will have 5 positive charges. So, whenever a neutral atom loses an electron, whenever neutral atom loses an electron, neutral atom is converted into cation. Cation is formed. Therefore, since these metals on losing, they forms cation, that is positively charged ion. They because of this reason they are known as electropositive elements, or they are electropositive in nature. Okay, they are said to be, they are having electropositivity because of the losing electrons. They will have positive charge. On losing electron, they will form positively charged ion. That's why they are said to be electropositive elements. Now we will see how this electropositive nature or metallic property varies across a period. Across a period, metallic charge decreases. Children, you can remember here in this periodic table. Okay, here metals, this group 1, group 2, they are metals, and in between this one from group 3rd to 12, they are also metals. Okay, this is left side, here metals are placed, and right side all these elements from group 13 to 18, they are non-metals except some of the elements here, boron, silicon, arsenic, antimony, germanium, tellurium, polonium. Okay, except these elements, they are metalloids. Okay, all the metals, they are metals are placed one side, that is they are placed left hand side, and non-metals they are placed right hand side. So as we move across the period, that is from left to right, metallic character decreases, because in periodic table metals are placed right hand side, metals are placed this side. As we move from here to here, if you take this one, third group, okay, lithium, beryllium, they are metals. Okay, so they are metals. As we move from lithium to neon, okay, as we move from lithium to neon, metallic character decreases, because at the end of this period, okay, non-metals are present. Across a period, metallic character decreases. The reason for the decrease in metallic character across the period is due to the decrease in radius of the atom, that will not allow the outermost electron to ionize more easily. As we move from left to right, what happens? Atomic size decreases. So when atomic size decreases, there is a strong attraction between outermost electron and nucleus. So to remove the outermost electron, we have to overcome the nuclear charge, or that is the attractive force between the nucleus and the outermost charge. So, but what happens when we move from left to right? left to right across the period. As we move from left to right, atomic size decreases. Atomic size, when atomic size decreases, when the distance between the or attraction between the outermost electron and the nucleus is very strong. At the time atomic size decreases. Okay, since there is a strong attraction between the outermost electron and the nucleus. Okay, so it's very difficult to remove the outermost electron. It's very difficult to remove the outermost electron. For example, if you take this one, third group. Okay, these are the, sorry, not third group, third period elements, that is magnesium, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. As we move from here to here, this metallic character, metallic nature decreases because starting 3 elements are metals and this silicon is metalloid and last 4 elements are non-metals. The reason for the decrease in the atomic character is that as we move across the period, there is a decrease in radius of an atom that will not allow the outermost electron to ionize more readily. We'll see variation of metallic character along a group. Along a group, that is down the group. Down the group, metallic character increases. Reason for this increase is down the group radius of an atom increases. Okay, it is almost the reason is it is dead opposite of that reason which we have seen in case of period. Okay, in case of period, due to decrease in the atomic radius across the period, this metallic character decreases. But in case of group, due to increase in atomic radius, of the elements down the group, the atomic, that is metallic character increases. Since there is a as we move from top to bottom, radius of an atom increases. When radius of an atom increases, the distance between the nucleus and the outermost electron increases. As a result, outermost electron can be easily removed from outermost shell. Here you can see here we have taken the group 6th element, that is carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. This carbon is non-metal. This silicon and germanium, they are metalloids, and this tin, lead, they are metals. Okay, as we move down the group, metallic character increases. Metallic character increases. This increase is due to increase in the atomic radius from carbon to lead. As the atomic radius increases from carbon to lead, the distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost electron increases. Okay, so when distance is more, the attraction between the outermost electron and the nucleus is less. So we can remove the outermost electron easily. Now we will move to the non-metallic property. These non-metals, they are electronegative in nature because these non-metals, okay, metals, they tends to lose the electrons and they will become positively charged ions. Similarly, these non-metals, they have tendency to gain an electron and they will form negatively charged ion. So see here, we'll see what is electronegative nature and electronegativity. Negativity of an atom tendency of an atom to gain an electron is known as electronegativity. For example, children, we can take chlorine. Its atomic number is 17. Electron distribution is like this, 2, 8, 7. This chlorine can gain one electron and it will form the anion 288. So this chlorine, you can see here, this M is the valence cell. In valence cell, one electron is needed to fill this valence cell. So this chlorine, instead of losing one electron, it can gain easily one electron and it will have the octet in its valence cell. So on gaining one electron, it will have one positive charge, one negative charge. If you take oxygen, okay, this oxygen can gain 2 electrons and it will have 2 negative charge. So if the neutral atom gains 1 electron, on gaining one electron, it will have 1 positive charge. If on gaining 2 electrons, it will have on gaining 1 electron, neutral atom will have 1 negative charge. On gaining 2 electron, this neutral atom will have 2 negative charge. Negative charge ions or anions are formed when a neutral atom gains the electron. But cations are formed when a neutral atom loses an electron. Now we will see variation of non-metallic property across the period and along the group. First we will see across the period. Across the period, this non-metallic character increases. As I already told you, as we move from left to right, the non-metallic character increases, whereas metallic character decreases. They are dead opposite. If the across the period, non-metallic character increases, means obviously metallic character will decrease. So you can remember like this. If you remember one, you can remember the other. The reason for this is across the period, nuclear charge increases and atomic size decreases. Due to decrease in the atomic size and the nuclear charge is increases. So on adding one electron, nucleus can hold or nucleus can attract that additional electron. As a result, atomic size decreases. Okay. So these are the two reasons. Because of these two reasons, as we move across the period, this non-metallic property increases. If you see, this is third period elements. Third period elements. Here, as we move from sodium to argon. Okay, these 3 are metals. This is metalloid, and these 4 are non-metals. So we can see that non-metallic property increases. The reason for this increase is nuclear charge and nuclear charge increases and atomic size decreases. Okay, now we will see this one. Variation of non-metallic property along the group. Along the group, the non-metallic property decreases. It is almost a dead opposite of that of the trend observed in period. Okay, the reason is down the group, atomic size increases and nuclear charge decreases. Because of this reason, down the group, atomic, that is non-metallic property decreases.